if you guys will bear with me and turn to page number 13 in the hymnal, we will have a sing-along. The squawk hymnal. This is a story. You guys up for a story? It's a true story. It came right out of Encyclopedia Britannica. Now, the first anthropoid to ever walk erect was probably having a bad day. I bet his mother followed him around saying, "Now, Theodore, don't you do that or else you might get stuck that way." And even his closest friends thought by walking erect he was just doing some Jerry Lewis shtick. But he didn't care when they called him names and said he was spastic, because he knew that one day he'd be a centerfold in the National Geographic. Yes, he knew that one day at the top of the evolutionary chain he'd be starring due to the work of his great press agent named Darwin. And at school, his friends began to taunt him, say, "Now, Theodore, we always did suspect this. We always thought you to be a homo erectus. Theodore is a homo, Theodore is a homo." But then the word got out to the ruling class elite about this monkey who had begun to walk on his feet. And they said, "What's going to happen if this guy grows a cerebral cortex or an opposable thumb? Boy, we'd be out of a job. This guy could make us look dumb." Why, if things go according to his plan, it could get really funky. The only job that we could get is as a laboratory monkey. But you know, if someone hadn't gone out on a limb just to challenge the powers that be, well, it would have never broken and we'd still be in the trees. Now, as with anything that challenges the orthodoxy, the ruling class elite had to call out the moralists to fight their war by proxy. And they said, if this keeps up, the only reason that Theodore is doing this is to proudly display his privates. And if this keeps up, our civilization will end in moral defeat. So the congressional body of monkeys enacted a law that says we all have to wear a warning label, fig leaf. And they condemned this process of natural selection and anything at all to do with Theodore and his conspicuous erection. But soon the word got out to the weirdos, the folk singers, the kind of people that would do stuff at Naked City. And they thought how this made the powers that be mad, and walking erect became a counterculture fad. And soon he became a hero on Paleolithic TV sets, depicted in cave paintings, walking erect. And soon everyone was doing the tribal hip-hop, wearing fur. Theodore had inadvertently created Neanderthal MTV and prehistoric counterculture. So the next time that you see something that you don't understand, well, don't dismiss it with a wave of your hand. If I were you, I wouldn't be too proud. It might just be your hairy knuckles that are dragging the ground. But unfortunately now, there is something that Theodore did not think about, and that's that people will do what they do best until they wear it out. Like, see, since we've grown our cerebral cortex and opposable thumbs, well, look at all the things that we have done. We poisoned the seas, we paved over the rainforest home, turned the redwoods into toothpicks, and flayed the ozone. And even worse than that, a cerebral cortex and an opposable thumb allowed me to write this song. Yes, our problems pile upon one another. Isn't it strange to discover that, Theodore, you should have listened to your mother? Thanks a lot. I got time for one more. song that was written in a fast food restaurant in Austin, Texas. Slavery has been abolished. It seemed to me that the rules were only polished. Yeah, polished like the formica and the chrome at the Ronald McDonald Plantation Burger Home. Yeah, it seemed to me that things have remained pretty much the same. I mean, what's the difference between outright slavery and $3 and some change? The indentured service industry is a new spaceship conspiracy. It's a fast food confederacy. They're plotting something rotten. Yeah, burgers are the new cotton in the fast food confederacy. Now, over at Domino's Pizza, it's to the right to life movement that your dollar does pay. They want to make sure all those unwanted pregnancies get delivered so they can breed them a new crop of slaves. And at least they gave the slaves free housing in the fields of the Southern Confederation. But these days they got to keep the quarters so far out of sight, they got to be bussed into the suburban plantation. Where they take their positions behind the cash register. Even got pictures of the menus right there on the keys. Because like in the old South, well, they still don't teach slaves how to read. Yeah, they replaced the heat of the Mississippi sun for a hot grill and a sesame seed bun. Now, I don't know what's going to cure this evil. What we need back now is a sesame seed boll weevil. The indentured service industry is a new spaceship conspiracy. It's a fast food confederacy. They're plotting something rotten. Yeah, burgers are the new cotton in the fast food confederacy. And then the fast food upper management says we're not a bunch of racist dullards, but their idea of equal rights is no longer offering chocolate and strawberry shakes. See, they offer shakes of color. And then to take this insidious joke even further, next thing you know, they'll be offering you an RC Cola and a Mandingo burger. And they have a lot of them. Kentucky Fried Chicken is the only one of them that's honest, but I won't say brave. Because at least Colonel Sanders looks like he owns slaves. Now, for singing this song, I might just get lynched by the mob over at the Circle K. KK. But don't give me no tombstone, just put the golden arches over my chick-neck grave. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks for doing it.
Chris Chandler, hot off the road there. He'll be around about town for a bit, so check out his full set sometime. Where are you playing next, Chris?
Monday at TT the Bear, Jim.
All right.
Tonight.